Yo, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another beautiful live stream on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. It is Saturday again, which means it is time for the next Elite Cup. Before you guys say anything, my hair looks absolutely XCD today because I didn't have time to shower because we had to repair some shit in our shower and things had to dry in the shower, so I couldn't shower today. That's why my hair looks a bit XTD, but I don't want to wear a cap when fully focusing, because then it's getting kind of hot in my room. So that's why my hair looks XTD before you guys commented. But yeah, anyway, today is the next time, also the next edition of the Elite Cup taking place. We have Elite Cup number 4 today, the 4th out of 5 for the first season, kinda. Which means we're gonna play map 24 in the campaign today, which is Brazil. We're gonna play the Brazil map, guys. Gonna be very interesting, very pace-heavy type of map, but also a map where a lot of stuff can go crazy wrong, because we have some reactor abusing on that map. So yeah, it's gonna be a pretty interesting knockout. As always for the knockouts, I'm gonna, like at least when the knockout takes place, I'm gonna fully lock in. I'm gonna play without mic, without chat on, without music, without alerts, without all of that stuff, basically. I will fully lock in. And yeah, that is the plan. So I'm gonna alert the mute, what? I'm gonna alert the mutes? I'm gonna mute the alerts right now already, so that I don't forget about it later. And yeah, we're gonna be doing a tiny bit of warm-up. And yeah, in 15 minutes, we are already going to start. And afterwards, I'm also gonna keep on streaming. We're gonna do our weekly after analysis. Hopefully not a lot of bad things to analyze, in my case at least. And we're also gonna play Cup of the Day later. So yeah, alert the mute. Yeah, that was absolutely amazing. Okay, anyway, before I dive into the tryhard though, we already had a couple of resubs. So even though I cannot read them out during the cup, obviously, I can at least read them out now, so that you guys cannot accuse me of active donor warning, at least. We had Sniper Wave with the 22-month free sub. Thank you very much, Sniper Wave. We had Schmonderiger with the 51-month free sub. Top 3 today, let's go. I would absolutely take a top 3. I don't necessarily need a win or anything, but a top 3. But in general, top 7 is of course the goal. Top 7 has to be the goal. Anything below is kinda yek, sadly, with this point system. So yeah, top 7 would be really nice. Top 3 or something would of course be even nicer. I'm gonna try my best for sure. You guys know how it goes. Like, I feel good on the map, I can tell you that. I can be very fast, I can be consistent. But one single crash can knock you out. But you can also crash 5 times and be lucky. So yeah, ideally I just make 0 mistakes and we will get far. But we will see. So yeah, Shimmel, thank you very much for the 9-month free sub as well. And then we also had Dravi Plek with the 7-month free sub. Thank you very much, Dravi Plek. Appreciate it. And also Mbop with the, what is it? 5-month free sub. Thank you very much. Best of luck for the race. Thank you, man. Thank you. And also an anonymous gift sub going to Ryan in theory. Good focus. Good focus. Okay. I would say we are gonna jump straight into the action. What is this art? That is something that my girlfriend is drawing. And yesterday we were celebrating my girlfriend's birthday with friends. So yeah, the living room had to be cleaned up and fixed and everything, so we put all of that shit in this room basically. And it's supposed to be a crap, but it's still yeah, very work in progress. Nothing done by me. Like, all of the stuff that you see in the background is by my girlfriend. The books, the painting, the basically everything. Like, if I was just in this room, that would be my PC and nothing else basically. That's not shit. No, it's looking really good. My girlfriend is kinda talented. Definitely more than me, that's for sure. Okay, yeah, I would say we're gonna already join the Cup of the Week server. And then in like, yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes or so, I'm gonna mute and I will log in, I will pause the music, and no, then we're gonna go straight in. Are you going to do the cut? The cut is fixed on this map version and also not allowed. Also even if there's like a new cut or whatever, it is not allowed at all. So yeah, that's the map that we're gonna play. I'm on a new server here, damn. Okay, yeah, let's just play a little bit. Predict the KO time. You mean the cutoff? Okay, my prediction is for Div 1, you will need a point. I say the cutoff will be 33. I think 33 will be the cutoff. Actually, I think it might be a bit lower, but I'm saying 33. We'll see. But a lot of things to say about the map in theory. But mostly it is relatively normal driving, and since it is, I mean, it's a bit weird driving, you know, it's with reactors and water type of stuff. But it's still driving, you know, it's not like hardcore jumps or whatever. So I think the level on this could be really good, and all of these typical mixed kind of drivers might be, yeah, very strong today. I think just everyone will be kind of strong on this, so it will be tough. So yeah, this kind of time, I'm pretty sure, would easily be safe in the one, basically. And Matt sets with the 6-month reset. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No, Marsic, I have 0 wheel issues. Whatever the issues were back then, it was only on the Cup of the Day server for whatever reason, and I just hope it's not gonna happen today. Nothing I can do there. It's not a wheel issue, it's not even a game issue, it's just server issue, I think. So, no clue. I didn't have a time on the map because, yeah, as every pro player does, we all play on private versions of the map. So until now, until today, the records and strats are all hidden. And now everyone is just setting the times on the official versions, basically. I can tell you my PB on this map is... well, what is it? 75, I think. But it's not ultra hunted. You can definitely go a bit faster. I can definitely do a 0.6. Maybe 0.5 if goated, but yeah. Then the map is also coming to its limit at some point. But those are not times that you will need. I can tell you the most tricky part about this map is also the start. Like, driving the start in rounds in a way that you are really fast and consistent is like kinda impossible. So it's kinda impossible to do like these really fast times in rounds. As it is, of course, but not like multiple rounds or something. Yeah, there's also... did they fix the bug? Nope. There is a bug that you can get on this map, which is not very fun. Basically, on this one part after the looping, you have this part where you go from the sand to the road here. And as you can see, this is like quite bumpy. And yeah, you can basically get a bug on this, which is very, very unfun. It's probably because of this small hill. And if you just hit it badly, then yeah, you just get a slowdown. So, yeah, gotta be... also, you cannot really avoid it. Like, if it happens, then just unlucky, kinda. But this little fucker can basically cause acceleration penalty. So we just gotta lock in. The thing is, if it happens early on, you don't lose that much time. You're gonna survive. But if it happens in a later round, like let's say a top 10 round, and everyone else has a good start, you might be knocked out without being able to do anything about it. Like, the bug can also happen differently. Like, you can lose like only 0.2, 0.3, but you could also lose like 0.7, depending on how strong the penalty is. Yeah, later on that's just straight up knockout. In combination with this format, definitely very scary. But all we can do is basically pray. As bad as it is, there is no real safe line around it. Also, there would be a safe line around it, I guess, but with that you would lose like 0.2, 0.3 every single round, so you kinda have to risk the bug. Yeah, this is easily safe. Easily safe. That F1 should, as always, not be an issue. For that, I'm surprisingly fast on the maps. But it's probably just because I practice more than ever. And usually pace was always an issue for me on tournament maps. Wouldn't say it's the case here. Luckily. Well, knockout, anything can happen, so I just gotta be locked in. Maybe for your guys' information, on this checkpoint here, you can drive a sub. Like, you can drive a 24.9, maybe even 8. With that start, you can be, like, extremely fast. Also, this start that I have right now is, like, extremely fast, to be honest. Like, with this, I can already PB. But you can still go faster, like, the start is extremely important. This I shouldn't do in the knockout. Oh, touched water. Oh, I'm on the same server as Massa. Cinema. Cinema. Okay, do I still have enough water? Not really. Let me actually get some more water. Be right back. So, actually I also gotta take my house shoes off. Right, this is a very exhausting map to play, I can tell you that much. This map is very, very tough to play for like 1.5 hours without any break. Top 8 with cut? No. In theory, a pretty cool map, IMO. I mean, the fact that you can get a bug here is objectively trash, obviously. But other than that, I kind of like the map, even though it's reactor and water, not really two things that I like in the game too much. But it's a pretty fun to drive map. And the end here, it's very important. Like, if you slightly go over the sand, you get like this kind of line, and you will have water. It's basically uncontrollable. Like, in the end, if you hit a tiny bit of sand or the rock or whatever, you are just dead. Like, it's not allowed to happen a single time. You're just instantly dead. You will lose multiple seconds if you go too much over this. So that is something that you will definitely see happening from other players. Hopefully not by me, but it will 100% happen. It will probably also happen to a good player. So yeah, gotta be very, very cautious. So in theory, relatively easy map, relatively simple to drive. But, yeah, with potential to die extremely hard, kinda. So gotta watch out there. And John C, thanks for the 59-month resub. Appreciate it. That's also the final thing that I will see, because I will now pause the music. Peng. I will hide the chat, so I will not see you guys anymore. Also, and I'm gonna hide my camera, of course. Peng. And we're just gonna do this over here. Tack, as always, for the exclamation mark, focus. Na, hallo? So, perfect. And then we're gonna see and hear each other after the match again, guys. After I'm knocked out. Hopefully, will not happen at all. Enjoy the show, guys. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Also, if you want a stream with music on YouTube, I have music on. So if you want to have music, then you can also check out the YouTube stream. But anyway, see you later, guys. Guys, you can tell me what you want, but knockout is random AF. Fuck this, man. Ach, man. Ach, this is so dumb, man. I hate knockout. Ah, fuck this. This format is so bullshit. I got top 10 like almost every single round. First mistake, zack, out. Ach, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Like one small touch in the start, lost 0.3. Had a gear down in this stupid ass loop, lost 0.3. Couldn't recover anymore. Cool. And out by 0.1. I mean, my time was not great, obviously, but it's just so dumb. Like, you do one small mistake and zack, you're done. Ach, this was so easy. This was so easy. Again, it's so easy, but this format is just so stupid. Oh my god. You practice the entire week, you do good all the time. One small oopsie, and zack, you're gone. It's so random. It's just so dumb. Man, I was so good at this, man. Yeah, Massa on orange for the second time. I mean, this was a good round, though. Yeah, obviously it's the same for everyone. It's just, I don't know, the format is just yak, though. It's just bad. Ach man, this was so easy to get good points on. As always. Like, it was the same on France, where I had my other bad KO. Yeah, of course I still have other weeks to qualify, but it still just sucks. This format is just depressing as fuck. You can be ultra lucky, but you can also just have like one small mistake in like 1.5 hours and gone. Wait, who was that? Ain't no way. Okay, but if Massa survives this round, then that's crazy. If he survives this round, then it shows that the format is dumb. It would literally show that the format is stupid. Like, not because I want Massa to go out or anything, but if he survives, it would be... Yeah, GG. Yeah, look, it's stupid. It's legit stupid. Tell me one more time the format isn't stupid after rewatching this round. It's just so stupid. You can either you are the best player in the world, you do a good time every single round and you win, fair, or you have mistakes and you bonk and you're knocked out. Or you survive by being lucky because others bonk harder. It's just stupid. This is not competitive at all. I'm gonna snap. Mada got slowdown after the looping. Yeah, that's also stupid. Also not by Mada, that's just stupid map. That's the third orange by Massa already. It's crazy. To be fair, Massa did not get very lucky so far in these cups either. And yeah, now it's single KO. Now it's easier to survive again. It's just always these last 2 KO rounds. They're just so dumb. Because the rounds are like so close and yeah, one oopsie and tschüss mit uns. I'm mad. Yeah, of course it sucks for everyone. But it's always like, I always feel like I do one mistake and I go out. It's just frustrating. I mean, the format is not meant to be competitive, to be fair. Like, this is here for the cinema, you know? So that you guys can write XDD when someone flies out after 30 hours of practicing. I love it. Like, no, I can tell you, like, it's fun to watch and stuff. I can see that. It can also be fun to play, but I can tell you almost every single player dislikes this format. Like, it is what it is. It's just frustrating. I don't know. It's like bullying the players for entertainment. Cam on again. Oh, true. Wait. Dollar. Before. Where's my cap? Oh, let me get my cap now because now my hair is XCD and now I don't need to focus anymore because I'm out. Hello. Great. Pack with a crash now. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it's always these last 2 KO rounds. These last 2 KO rounds are just so brutal. But then when it goes down to 1 KO, it's like so likely that someone, that someone does a mistake every single round. Like, these rounds now are much easier to survive than like the top 20 rounds. So let me turn on. I don't care, guys. The format is bullshit. It is what it is. Like, everyone knows that. There is definitely randomness involved in this. It's just the better you are, the less random it is for you, kinda. Knee tech with a slowdown now. Brutal for Pack, he was never in your bottom. Yeah, Pack is also getting very, very, yeah, not so good knockouts. Is there a reason why Nadeo likes this format that much? I don't know. Ask Nadeo. But for the players, this is frustrating AF. What the fuck was that? I look like... these kind of rounds are now... Like, there's always one crash. Like, I need to survive these last 2 KO rounds. These are just the most brutal, but I had, like, one bad start. The start of this map is extremely hard. Like, I don't know what I can do there. Just unlucky that I had it in that exact round. In many other rounds, I would have survived with it, but yeah, that exact round was sadly not enough anymore. It was also bad. Like, I had a small start crash that was dumb. And then in combination with, like, a bad loop. The start crash is not allowed to happen, the bad loop can happen. Like, the loop is just... Like, for everyone who played that map, you guys know that the gear is, like, very, very shit there. Like, really... Like, it can easily happen that you get it bad, even if you're the best player in the world. Like, it's just, like, too precise to always get it perfect. And that I had, like, both things combined in one round, it's just... Ah, man, fuck this format. Is there a slowdown bug after the loop? Yes. And apparently, Mada went out because of it. Does that mean now that Mada is the 30th best player in the world? Yeah, I had exactly what Carl had. This is exactly what I had as well. Scrappy went out because of it too, yeah. And then I had the gear bad. Carl luckily had it good, so Carl will have enough momentum to come back. But I kind of had what Beamy had, low-key. Like, bad start, bug slide, and then bad looping. And then I was like this far behind, and I just couldn't catch up anymore. Even though I had a really good round, like... Oh my god. Nah. Yeah. I had the Beamy round. Beamy survives. I didn't. Classic. I just 1 KO to be fair, but V-Tech very slow actually. Even Elcon might survive here. But Elcon, to be fair, has also gotten like very yak knockouts so far. Like, he would also deserve a good position. Elcon is so good as well. But he might... Oh my god, Knee-Tech. Nah, he's on 2 wheels. He went too much over the sand. Okay, but that was too much risk. That was his own fault. And Elcon survives with... Beamy survives with a 105.23. Aha. I went out with 104.7. Or 8. Yeah, I don't know. Like, you just need to be... Like, ideally, the way you play Knockout is you don't do any bad rounds. But if you do bad rounds, which happens to anyone, basically, there is no one who does, like, good rounds only. If you have a bad round, you need to be lucky that one person has a worse round. And that's Knockout. And either you're lucky then, or you're not. So either you are the best player in the world, or you just need to have a little bit of luck as well. Paco disconnected. Yeah, that sucks as well. Yeah, cannot pause a Knockout, sadly. Also, you could in theory, but not on the Nando servers. Beamy with the star touch again. Ach man, like it's I have the same shitty feeling as on France. I was so good on the map. I could have cooked so hard. But yeah, Knockout. It doesn't matter. It just does not matter at all. And Benja, thanks for the resub. Also, thanks for the 10 gift subs earlier to whoever that was. It's literally the same as on France. Like, I went out in the last 2 KO rounds. It's just so frustrating, man. I was also always doing good in our practice matches. Who's actually still in from our practice group? Yeah, Stufts and Wizzy are both still in. Also not to throw Stufts under the bus, but in the practice match yesterday, Stufts was Pepega Deluxe. But now he has a good match, actually. Kinda the same as with Scrappy last week, where Scrappy was like yek in practice, but then he had a really good knockout. It just all doesn't matter. You just have to survive the KO. I don't know. Tona survives by 1,000th. That's crazy. Yeah, the issue with this format is, that's actually true. Like, the single life KO wouldn't even be bad if the point distribution wouldn't be so hella top heavy. But the fact that knockouts are just like giving very random results, and then you need like a very, very top position to get good point, or to get any points at all that matter, that's like the bad thing. So the single life KO could be fine with a good knockout, also with a good distribution. And the point distribution could also be fine with a more fair format, but both in combination is just dump. Now Josh minus 2 seconds, Vosal survives with plus 1.5. Ach, this is so depressing, man. Ach, I hate knockout. Just give me multi-life knockout. On multi-life knockout, I would be at 2 lives now and everything would be Gucci. I don't know. Yeah, sorry if I sound tilted, but it's just... Like, you can literally ask any player. I don't think anyone will tell you that the knockout is, like, really cool and fun format. It's literally there for entertainment, and if you make a format that is supposed to tilt the players for the entertainment of the viewers, you cannot be surprised that the players are tilted then. It's just stupid. As a Vosal is also, I'm not gonna lie, Vosal is also lucky. Like last week he had 4 orange places and then he won. This week he at least had 2 orange places already. I've noticed he had 1 in the top 50 round or something and also barely survived. Like, he's just lucky enough to have his bad rounds in the even worse rounds. It is what it is. But it doesn't mean that he's like the better player now than, I don't know, Pack, who went out earlier because he had 1 bad round or something. Ach man, it was so easy to get far. It's always so easy. It's also like no... Like you don't even need like any strategy. Like literally just survive and suck. On every single map. No matter what the map is, no matter what the things is, it's PF. And now I'm probably getting fucked for ENC because Massa survives. Because he had his bad rounds in rounds where other people had even worse rounds. And he has like really good pace. Knowing that all players hate the format doesn't exactly make it entertaining as a viewer either. Yeah, I hope so. Also, I don't hope so. But I just want this to be changed because it's just yick. I don't know. And I'm saying that as someone who has like barely any bad knockouts. Like my 2 worst knockouts were still like top 20-ish. It's not like I'm giga bad at the format or whatever. I'm probably the biggest knockout enjoyer in the entire field, but it's just for this kind of stuff, it's just not working. I don't know. Yeah, Stufts with a bad start. Probably in the mud. Vosal. I mean, it's full troll by Bren to fail. But you know, like Stufts had a bad start, survived with a 0.8. That's the time that I went out with as well. Ach man, why did nobody do that when I was in the red, man? When Bing's still in, Tona's still in, that's kinda crazy. But Tona also had some good rounds, I noticed. Rip Elcon. Wait, how did he even survive that? He might still have a chance. Alert's still muted? Yeah, Alert's not muted anymore. Ach, it's like, also, I don't know, like, this format is like 10 times more frustrating for me than like pointless format. Like, I never played a more frustrating format in Trackmania Esports, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, in Cup of the Day, it doesn't matter, you know? You go out, haha, okay, fast lane tournament. That's crazy. Vosal with another orange. That's orange number 3 or 4 or something. I mean, here he drove a good time though, but yeah. The orange farming. I mean, honestly, it's good that Vosal gets good points because he's ahead in the leaderboard either way. Is Mime even qualified for EWC? No, Mime had like only bad knockouts so far. Like, you need to get top 7 or better. Anything else doesn't matter. Anything else is useless as fuck. Check alerts. Yeah, Keithy with 100 bits asking, if I win this tourney, how would I spend my money? Ugh, I don't even know. I wouldn't spend it on anything. I'd just save it. Also 50% of it I would spend to the German Finanzamt, first of all. House. Good luck buying a house with. Good luck buying a house in Germany for that. With that I can buy like 1 square meter in Munich. Yeah, Gwen out. What was the closest round so far? This is now top 7. This means really good points for all of these people. Ach, I'm so tilted, man. I'm so tilted. One round was like 0.7. That's not... It's so... Like, in theory, if you survive, it's like hard to drive slower than like 0.3, 0.4. Like, it really is hard. But... then again, like one small thing and you can be slower. Yeah, Massa is probably gonna get really good points in these things. Already now he has 200, so he's definitely gonna overtake me in the overall ranking. And, I don't know. Hey, Epos going out early was crazy as well. You know what I don't like about this knockout? Like, if we would replay this format now, the results could be entirely different. Like, literally all the way shifted. Like, some people will probably still get top 8, but like Epos, for example, who went out round 2, could win it. As an example. When you replay a cup mode double elimination bracket, nothing will really change. This is a good round. This is like the first really good round. The first one that is actually hard to survive. Yeah, 0.4. That was a good round. Needed basically a 0.2. That was good. That was the first hard round. 0.3 for Soldier top 20 was first really hard round. Okay, I didn't see that. Didn't pay attention. So, who will fail for Wosa this time is the question. Or will it be the actual KO this time around? Put your prediction in the chat right now. Oh, Binks maybe? Ah, he has a chance with good identity. That was good. That was not so good. Oh. And close, okay. That was... yeah, now the rounds are good. Now is like the part where you just need to push. Like, this is kind of the point where you always want to survive to, and it's also possible to survive. Like, literally just don't die and you survive until there. Yeah, this is when the format gets kinda entertaining and fun. Because now you also know Tona is still in. Tona is having an amazing KO, actually. Holy shit. Tona's doing really good. Why is Massa having Austria skin? Good question. It's not loading for some reason. Yeah, Elcon getting good points, but Elcon also had like 1 or 2 rounds where he had like a bad round and he just survived because someone had a worse round. It's the case for almost everyone in here. Yeah, these are just the rounds where you have to push. Like, this is just the good rounds. This is the good rounds. Wow, what a race. Oh, Elcon slow. Probably KO for Elcon, actually. Yeah. Okay, good rounds, good rounds. Yeah. I feel like Massa is the best player. Massa is the best player in the field, I would say. So I think he's gonna win. But he could have also been easily knocked out already. It's crazy. Freaking KO. I mean, Massa doing good is like really bad for the context of ENC for me. Sadly. As happy as I am for Massa, for me it's like very bad. Oh my god, how did he not lose the gear? And where is Tona? Oh my god. That's crazy. What a line that was. Oh, he got a slowdown. Well, Tona got the worst landing ever. Okay, that's a bit of a Pepega round. 0.5 checkpoint here is like very slow. I mean, they both made a mistake. All disrespect is crazy. No, ja, also Massa has like the better pace, I would say. Tona is like the biggest surprise of today, I would say. Also the biggest positive surprise. He's really cooking. Yeah, Massa's gonna survive. But... Oh my god, Bings, what the fuck? Okay, this was a bad round. Good points for all of them. Ach man, 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 ach man. I mean, this format you can just choose one of the 5 maps, grind it, and get high place there. You don't have to do all of them. Yeah, blue or black, that would maybe work if the format would also, make the best player win. But that's not necessarily the case. Like, you can be fast as fuck, best player in the world, 1 mistake, and choose. And as I said, no one is doing no mistakes. And if they do, then they really deserve to survive, but almost anyone has like a bad round here and there. So if you full grind, then yeah, you kinda have to play every single knockout. Oh, Massa, that was so risky. Holy. 1 sneezer done, yeah, kinda. Yeah, Massa was also always good in practice. He was always like in our practice group. Wizzy was doing really good usually. Massa and me were doing pretty good. Elcon was doing really good towards the end of the week. So overall our practice group is doing pretty well. I mean, unlucky for Scrappy that he went out because of a bug. That's just bullshit. No, Bing's out. Massa in the final. It's like always, you always drive 0.1 and you survive. Like literally 0.1 is the pace. Yeah, Bings is looking really good. Bings is probably qualified actually. Or like, yeah, close to being qualified at least. And Massa as well. For EWC. Massa has 2 5th places and at least 1 top 2. So let's see. Can he win or will Carl Jr. win? I mean, Carl also had like solid KOs so far, but not like extraordinary well. Yeah, oh god, Massa. Okay, that was really good water. Yeah, okay, but to be fair, he was a bit too far right. But yeah. Plus map, nice map link. I love it. Cool format, bro. Yeah, he was too far right, to be fair. It was not like the super bad bug. Like, you can literally be on the left and bug as well. But you can also be, yeah, a bit too far on the right and survive. And Massa didn't have the luck to survive. So, yeah, unlucky. He was definitely a bit too far right, though. Yeah, free win for Carl. Crazy. Cinema KO. Cinema. Carl gets it gifted. But Carl was also very consistent, to be fair. Carl was really... Like, I would say Carl deserves to win, sort of. Deserves to win as in he barely had any bad rounds. At least I didn't notice any. Like, he wasn't lucky. He literally just played the format. Yeah, deserved win, I would say. And GG to Massa. Yeah, Massa was too far right though. I'm not sure if you noticed, but I'm pretty sure he was a bit too far right on the transition. But still, he could have survived it and could have not gotten unlucky. But that is knockout, baby. Let's go. Cinema. Naja, anyway, still looking really good for Massa though. He got 700 points. He's now at, I don't know, 1.5k. Almost safe to qualify. Wait, what is this? Watching? Coco tweet. How can you let this transition exist in the most important map pack of the history of the game for a KO format? Nonsense. Correct. Very correct. Ach yeah, I mean in cup mode that won't really matter anymore too much because, yeah, like if you die in one round out of like 20, yeah, okay, unlucky of course, but you don't lose that much. If you die in KO, schade. Your 20, 30 hours of practice were useless. And come back next week again. Ach, I don't know, man. This format is just frustrating. Like, and in my opinion, the format is like obvious to be frustrating. So you cannot be mad that players that are like passionate and grind like 20, 30 hours every single week and then get, yeah, a little bit yacked by the format or frustrated. It is what it is. So what do we do now? Do I even continue streaming now? I don't even know. I'm just annoyed. I'm just annoyed. Is the leaderboard updated? Let me see. Does anyone have the link? EWC trackmania. Where's the leaderboard? Okay. Guys, does anyone have the leaderboard link? I cannot find it. Give me a link, please. Thank you. So, yeah, Mada in first still because 2 wins. Carl in second now because 1 win and 1 top 4. Massa in third now because, yeah, good points 3 times in a row. Not 3 times in a row, but 3 times overall and 1 bad knockout. Bings in first for France. Yeah, Bings also looking pretty good with 1.4k points. Wosile at 1.4 as well. Because, yeah, he has 1 win and now the 300 points from here. Then there's me. I got pushed down to 6th. As like twice I got into the top 7 in the good points. And twice I just went out in the last 2 KO rounds. It's really shit. Yeah, then Bren, Naiko, Epos. Yeah, it's... I mean, it's not really set in stone yet. The only ones that can be happy are... I mean, Mada is safe. Carl might be safe. And Massa and Bings and Wosile. They're not safe yet. But if they get like 1 more good position, then they are most likely safe. Yeah, we don't know yet. We'll see. 1.8k should be safe. Yeah, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Crappy in 13th. Yeah, I mean, Soldier didn't get good points either, so with this 1 top 4 that Scrappy got, it's still pretty good. Stuft's 2 times in 9th. Yeah, that's not good, that's for sure. But I think he overtook Spammy J with only playing 2 KOs. Or where's Spam? Nee, where's Spam? Huh? Am I yek? Or what? Oh, here, 43rd. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Stuft's only played 2. I don't see Spam qualifying over Stuft's, to be honest. Like, Stuft's is doing pretty good in the KOs. And he only played 2 so far. And yeah, Spam is just too slow to... he's not really practicing enough, kinda. He's just playing... He's playing too much for fun to get, like, the big points, I would say. So, yeah, looking good for Stuft's, I guess. Paco, with his disconnect, is of course very unlucky, but... I mean, Paco in general, like, also, Paco is also getting absolutely format fucked, to be honest. He was 3 times in a row, like 11th, 12th, 10th, always close to the big points without getting them. And then now he had a disconnect, which of course, yeah, sucks a lot. But at least he has, like, no opponents for his ENC slot, at least. So, yeah. Wait, Naiko and Xara didn't qualify... Wait, true. They didn't make it to Div 1? That's crazy. Wait, what was the cutoff time, actually? That is crazy. What the hell? Was the cutoff time that good? Where is it? Competitions, Cup of the Week. 500 players. That's crazy as well. cutoff was 0.32. Yeah, okay, but like 32. Okay, but also honestly, if you don't drive a 32 in 15 minutes once, like, I don't know. Also that was not hard to drive, to be honest. Leicester also only barely made it in by a couple of thousands. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, towards the end, you literally needed like 0.2s, 0.1s to survive. So, yeah. I was close though, yeah. The Motivator didn't make it. Razi didn't make it as well. Did Xara even play? I don't know. Worker and Dark didn't make it. Richie, Narcor, Bad Lulu played. That's crazy. Spark didn't make it. Does Spark have... Did Spark make the one once? Yes, right? Spark. Yeah, once. He once made it, okay. Panda, yeah, I mean, quite some good players down here as well, but yeah, so honestly, 104-3. If you couldn't drive that once within 14 rounds, then you would not have gotten good points either way. I don't know, like, the time attack is, like, always pretty easy for me, to be honest. Or, like, for all of our practice group, to be honest. Like, look at this, Massa made it here, Elcon, me in the top. Then, Wizzy in 17th, who's also in our practice group, Scrappy in 19th, Stufts in 22nd. Like, our entire practice group is like in the top 22, like not even close. So apparently we are quite fast in our group at least. Sadly, it doesn't matter because knockout. I don't know. Let me actually close the window, it's getting kind of cold. Can I react to Birikeo? Watching?
And then going around here. And who do I see in third place? In first place, even. He's out.
That's crazy. But this was also a pretty close round, kinda.
No.
Poor birdie.
Who do I see in third place? In first place, even.
Okay, but I mean, the identity was pretty easy to save, to be honest. Like, you can hard die in the identity, but the identity was really easy to save, Aimo. Like, you just didn't really have to go close to the dangerous parts, and yeah. Yeah, it was all in the start. I mean, yeah. It's all in the start with this bug slide where you can easily touch, the looping gear, which is very XDD, and then the bug that you can get on the beach transition. And if you just survived that every single round, it was basically GG. But no one survived it like every single round, I feel like.
Let's go, Vita. What the fuck?
Oh no.
Look at him go. He's on a crazy time.
0.0 checkpoint is pretty solid, yeah.
0.9.
Yeah, true.
Holy Vita. No.
Kinda crazy that he even saved that.
Oh.
But that's crazy that 2 streamers also saw that.
Hey.
Yeah, this was a bit unlucky as well. Like, with a... In the top 41 round, with a 105-16 out, I'm pretty sure in many other rounds he would have survived with that, also afterwards. I mean, the pace pretty quickly dropped to like 104.7 or 104.8 or something that you needed to survive. But yeah, there were of course also some rounds that were worse. Did I see the announcement about Mada? Yeah, true. Mada finally had his org announcement. Which, to be fair, many people knew about as well already. But Mada joined Rock Esports. Or is it ROC? I don't know if you speak it out. Rock Esports. So, yeah, Mada finally has his org. Another Saudi org in the pocket, guys. I could open Reddit now, but I'm just not gonna, because I exactly know what we are gonna see there. Actually, not even that big of an org, at least not on Twitter. They only have 16k followers. So out of the Saudi orgs that we have, it's kind of the smallest. But I mean, Twitter followers don't matter. It's probably about what's going on in the background, if you know what I mean. About the money. The rocks should have been made out of plastic. Yeah, it's whatever what they would have been made of. Like, if you touch them slightly, you're in the mud. But that was easy to survive, though. Like, the identity, if you had a lead, like, if you have to risk it, it's scary. But if you have a lead of, like, 0.2, it's honestly, or, like, 0.3, let's say, it's pretty easy to survive. Like, crashing identity when you had a lead was kinda a troll. I don't know. And the start was kinda the exact opposite. Like, yeah, first of all, it's at the start, so you never have a lead, so you just have to drive, kinda, and yeah, it's literally one bad round, and just Ach man, I'm so mad at myself. It is. Scheiße, man. Fucking knockout, bro. Freaking fucking knockout. I don't know. The thing is also, like, I just don't like that you can play good and you still have, like, a terrible or useless result. It's literally useless for me that I got 20th. It's like, I could have not played the entire week. I could have saved myself from, like, 40 hours. Okay, 40 hours is a bit too much, but, like, 20 to 30 hours of practice, and it would not have changed anything. And that's just kind of shit. I don't know. Like, I could have also gone this week on vacation, and I would have had the exact same result type of vibe. And that is not great. Remember, it's the best 5 weeks that count? Yeah, but still. It's just always like, I always feel like I don't go out because I'm like bad on the map or something. I just go out because of knockout. And of course, it's like my fault, but it's just, I don't know, it's just frustrating. I have like low learning as well. Like, my learning for next week is, don't lose 0.7 in the start. Schade. Like, I don't know. Are you not playing these same maps on LAN? Yeah, you do, of course. Isn't next week poor Identity Fiesta? Could be, yeah. I haven't played Greece yet. Also not the full map at least. The learning is for Birmingham? Yeah, but still. Ach man, why do we have to start on K? Why? Ach man. It's like also, it just annoys me because it's like so obvious what the flaws with this format are, but the people who decided on it just don't care. Like, it's just so obvious that single life KO with this point distribution is just yak. And it's just gonna make people frustrated. It's the same as with, yo, we have one race a week, and then 16 players play, and the bottom 8 lose all of the points that they won so far. Type of vibe. You know, like you hear that, and you are like, wait, that's a crazy format, what the hell? That's like gonna be super terrible for the players, and yet we had it. I don't know. Like, it's hard to not be tilted about this, you know? Like, if I play bad and I have a bad result, I'm like, okay, schade, I just played bad, you know? Like, if I play cup mode, double elimination bracket, and I get freaking 30th or whatever, then I'm like, yeah, okay, I played bad. But here, I cannot even say that I played bad. I played, like, good, and I had one bad round, and I have a useless result. Is the Trackmania Awards stream today? Yes, it is. What about the mini RPG of the week? You have 2 live KO. Yeah, it's also every single, like, there is, you cannot make the KO format worse than it is. Like, there is so many like community tournaments that also use KOs, which have a better format. It's like so easy to improve. I don't know why it's not done, but yeah, it's just tilting for the players, so you cannot be mad when players are tilted. And that in combination with the thing that Coco posted, for example, that you can literally get a freaking bug on the beach transition and you can be out because of it. I mean, it didn't happen to me. In that case, I would have been even more tilted. But yeah. I'm fine with this more than the regional qualifiers. Yeah, that is that as well. Another topic. Another topic again. The Red Bull Faster format was just so much better. Which one? The final 1v1 format? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. But the KO format that we had in Red Bull Faster, with like the top 100 players, with like 3 live KO, that was definitely better, yeah. The one for qualifiers with lives, yeah, that was a lot better, of course. That was infinitely better. And I don't think anyone would say, Red Bull Faster, man. That qualifying format was like so boring and so bad, and like, I have not heard that saying a single human being. And I also haven't heard a single human being or player saying afterwards that the format was like unfair. Not at all. Yeah, let me actually watch the Scrappy clip. Oh no, Scrappy. Ooh. Okay, let me analyze. Were you too far right, or were you literally unlucky deluxe? You play with high grass on Scrappy? That's crazy. Okay, it's hard to see because there's always like a brown patch here, a brown patch which I looked at. Turn volume down in preparation. I think it was literally just unlucky. Watching? I think it was literally unlucky. Yeah, Scrappy, I can tell you, you were in the middle. Like, this is literally, as Scrappy just got as unlucky as you can get with the transition. The thing is with when we take a look at Massa, where can I rewatch this easiest here? Let me just. I know this has shit quality. Wait. What the fuck is happening? Tuck. Like, the difference is that Massa basically was at the bad part and got unlucky in the final. While Scrappy was just completely having the correct line and got like the 1 in 100 bug kinda. If that makes sense. So let me see. Where is it? Where is the final? Top 5. Here. So. The thing is with Massa, you notice that Scrappy, like, the thing is with Massa's line, like, he was too far right. He went over this big bump here, kinda, and you see that by him getting, like, a very, very high nose up. Look. Also, he gets, like, a complete bump. Like, he could have easily survived that, don't get me wrong, like, Massa should have survived that. Like, in theory, if the map wasn't stupid, then Massa would have easily survived that line. But Massa had like the slightly risky line, which bugs like more often. And Scrappy was just, like, if you pay attention to it, Scrappy was just completely flat. Look. Like, he didn't get any bump at all, literally just slow down. Zack. No bump. Just slow down, nothing else. Nothing else at all. Just slow down. I would say Scrappy got even more unlucky than Massa. And I mean, Massa still got good points. Like, for Massa, of course, it sucks that he had that in the final and also made the final very boring. But, yeah, he still got really, really good points, so it doesn't matter too much, I guess. However, for Scrappy, very unlucky. Acceleration penalty is the worst thing in this game, yeah. It is literally because of that. Because, I don't know, the bottom of your car collides with the scenery or whatever. And, yeah. Wouldn't have happened in TM2. Oh, is this the loud clip? Oh, it is very close, though. This is the frick clip. Okay, fair. Yeah, I mean, it's bullshit. Like, Link also... I also made a tweet about that. And wait, where is it? Yeah, I also made a tweet about that. Because Massa said Brazil is the best map by far. And then I said remove the beach transition bug, and I would agree. This was 3 days ago. And Link also says, I agree it is annoying. As the V-Stars were new, I had to get used to the editor and try a million things for all beach transitions, so it was very challenging. Then I said, it luckily doesn't happen often, but I guess you know yourself how once can be too much in the Elite Cup. Multiple live KO would get rid of these issues at Trackmania. Ja, would have. But, schade. Mother clip. And the thing is, Mada has 2 insane results, and for him it all doesn't matter anymore, really. I mean, I know he wants to do good himself, of course, but yeah. Let's see where he was. Ah, that's unlucky. But I think what Mada did wrong, at least that's something that I noticed, which bugs more often, is when you steer right. Like, you don't want to steer right on the transition. And I mean, we don't have the inputs. Or is he, did he just bug to the right? I don't even know. He turned to the right, like you don't want to turn. But it still should not happen, like it's just stump. How do you even see it there with the grass? I don't know. Yeah, and with that, he was out because single life KO, schade. Multi-life KO, he would have probably lost 1 round, and schade. Ach ja, ach ja, ach ja. I don't know. I mean, I'm so glad that this tournament happens and stuff, but I don't know why there's like such obvious flaws in the format that are just bad for the players. I don't know. We can just hope that it's gonna be better next year, if it happens again next year. Watch the whole clip for reaction. Also, yeah, wait. Wait. Maybe he said something. Oh, this was right after Scrappy went out. Because people say 07 Scrappy in the chat. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, also, you lose too much for... Like, you cannot come back from that. People were too good on the map for that. Like, Mada had a good round, for sure, afterwards. I mean, he had a bad start, which definitely didn't help, of course. But, yeah. He also goes outside. Yeah, great. Good that we watched it for the reaction, guys. Super cinema. And Indigo G's with the brand new Prime sub. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. Entire week useless. Schade. Schade. I also don't know what else to say. Like, I don't know. I didn't play bad. I had one bad start. Yeah, that was bad, of course. And I'm out. There's no learning. There is no positive sides about it. The result is completely useless. I don't know. Just very useless weekend, sadly. I like that they are trying different formats for official competitions, but you are definitely right that they need to learn from the current flaws. I mean, it's not a different format. They literally just put Cup of the Day format and slightly adjusted the knockout repetition. Like, it's like, yeah, I don't know. Like, you know what they did with the format? They went to this. They made a room. Oh my god. What is this here? I don't even know. Select the campaign. So, zack. They did this. Peng. They create... Also, they put, they put knockout here. Zack. Wait, you don't see it. They put knockout. And then instead of the standard repetition, which is, I don't know, the standard repetition is 64, 32, 32, whatever. They changed one number and zack, new format born. Cinema, bro. Cinema. Ah, 8, 16, 16. Yeah, I don't even know what it is. But it's not a new format. Like, they took a format from a daily fun competition that we had in the game. Like, they took it from a fun competition. Like, it's like taking... It's like having a 100 player LAN and taking the Bonk Cup format for it, you know? It's like... What do you recommend instead then? Either a point repetition, which makes sense, because right now I can tell you the exact flaws, because the format is not necessarily an issue, and the point distribution is not necessarily an issue. But what is an issue is basically both things in combination. So basically, the thing is the format, the point repetition. The point repetition, if we do like a graph, you know, peng. If we do a graph, the point repetition looks roughly like this. Like, you basically have, you know, here is 64 players, you know, fuck, 64. And here is, here's only one. And then let's say here is top 7. So, the point repetition that they are doing right now is basically this. You know, type of vibe. Like, this is basically what the point repetition is. And this is an issue, because this entire area here, you know, this entire area here is just completely useless. Like, you just don't need the area at all. So, like, if you finish in this section, and I mean, depends on what your goals are, you know, if you're like, let's say, Chemko from Turkey and you want to qualify to the ENC, then of course the points here matter as well. But it's still like, nothing matters more than getting like multiple positions up here, you know, like, if this is the point distribution. Like, makes sense, I guess. The thing is, though, this wouldn't even be that big of an issue if the format would be, like, super competitive. And it would be, like, multiple live KO, you know, and if you have, like, one bad round, you will still survive. Because with multi-live KO, you are just way more likely for the good players to finish at the top. Like, it would have been way more likely that, I don't know, that Mada would have only gotten one bug and he would have survived longer. Or that Pack, who didn't have a single bad round until the one he went out, he would have lost one life and he would have gone out. But therefore, all of the players that are just farming the orange places, they would have, you know, gotten knocked out earlier, and it would have been... It's basically more competitive. I don't have to explain it, why it's more competitive than single life KO. It makes sense. So this point format would be fine if we had multi-life KO, because then the people that are actually like the best on the map would also be more likely to get high points. But like this, it's kinda, no, it's kinda random. Like Carl Jr. also got like 50th places in knockout, but it doesn't mean that he is the 50th best player on the map only. You know what I mean? So, the thing is though, the single life KO could also be fine if the point distribution would be making a bit more sense. And I'm not asking for a point distribution that goes like this, because this is kinda boring if it's just linear. You know, like this is kind of boring. But what is so bad about making the point distribution, I don't know, something like this? Like, what is so bad about this? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why it has to be like fucking this. Why can it not be like slightly top heavy? Why does it have to be get top 7 or your entire week was useless deluxe? Oh, yeah, I don't know. So this curve would have been fine with single life KO, and this current distribution would be fine with multi-life KO. But having this curve with single life KO is just why this is bullshit. That's the quick explanation, basically. I don't know. I mean, it's also like nothing new. Like this was known from the beginning. I mean, we already mentioned these kind of things when we had like Cup of the Days even. Even in Cup of the Day we said that this is the most uncompetitive format that you can have in Trackmania, single life KO. And what do we have in the biggest competition ever? Single life KO. I mean, of course, it's only one way to qualify, but yeah, it's just unnecessary. I don't know. Like, it would absolutely not be less cinema if you just have multi-life KO. Not at all. It's just so obvious. I don't know. And basically, every player agrees to that as well. Like, this is not something that is, like, debatable. Almost every single player dislikes these KOs. And as I said, like, I know, I get that they want to do something for the entertainment, you know? Like, makes sense. But it's not like a more fair format would be less entertaining. I don't know. Like, it's not like it would be boring if it was multi-life KO. Like, just remember freaking Ascension top 8 or remember Red Bull Faster knockout. That was literally multi-life KO, exactly how I would like to have it. And it was like absolutely cinema as well. And it's especially cinema if you know that the players that are playing this and grinding their ass off are not tilted every single week. Or at least like 7 out of 8 players are always tilted, you know? Because everything besides top 7 is just useless. Would you like it more if it was the better time over the week would get the points instead of the race? So you would grind the week to get better times. Would you like it more if it was the better time over the week would get... Ah, so you mean like a time attack competition? No, that would be very bad as well. Like the fact that we use time attack for qualifier is completely fine. Like that's bringing in the time attack aspect. And another way to bring in the time attack into multi-life KO was also something that we saw at Red Bull Faster, for example. Which was to just have... golden rounds. Where you can win like bonus lives on top of your account for winning certain rounds in the knockout, you know? Then the time is also important and it's not only about not being last, kinda. I don't even know why I have to explain this, bro. Like, all of you guys know that. It's like so obvious. It's like so obvious, but I don't know why it's not done. I don't know. I love how we have the same discussion every Saturday. Yeah, I will also not stop discussing that because... yeah. I don't know. It's just stupid. It is just stupid. So what do I do now? I don't even want to do anything. Like, I can play Cup of the Day now with the same shitty format. Cool. But for Cup of the Day, at least it doesn't matter. At least I didn't practice 30 hours for this Cup of the Day. Fucking hell. Will I stream Trackmania Awards? Nope. I'm just gonna cry myself into sleep. And asking myself why I didn't go on vacation with my girlfriend this week and instead practiced for this tournament. What can we check? Maybe we can check some tweets from the players. Let's see what the players' reactions were. Pack said, this was my map, it felt. 15th, not good. I'm trying, I'm consistent, fast. Just a tiny crash can affect us. We go again this week. Yeah, Pack was doing really good. He just had one slightly slower round and mudded. So, yeah, unlucky for him. Massa got second, of course, which is very nice. Mime says, full focus on Birmingham LAN since knockout seems to be my biggest enemy. Yeah, Mime is really not having the good results, sadly. Didn't expect to get as good as 6 today. Going out on pace round proves that I had elements missing, but overall very, very satisfied with how I played. See you next week on Greaser. I would also say Wostyle can be very happy about his result, considering that he was in orange like 3-4 times again. So yeah, definitely good points for him. Epos said, I'm a super. My best map by far, but sadly I'm out in 57th. Time to eat some gyros to prepare for Greece next week. Yeah. Epos also, yeah, also if it was cup mode, Epos would have been like definitely top 3, I would say. Like I would also say Epos would be extremely good on this map. But yeah, one crash and you are knocked out. And that doesn't mean that Epos is 57th best player on the map. As I said, format. Jeffrey says, unlucky KO format at its best this week. Still in 13th overall, which might still be enough after Birmingham though. Anyways, next week good map, surely. Worker said, completely missed my time attack. The level was very surprising. Congratulations to everyone who qualified. See you again in Greece. Yeah, Worker didn't make it into Div 1. That's, yeah, I mean, if you don't make it Div 1, that just means you were too slow. It is what it is. Can happen. But that's just me. The time attack, I would say, like, if you are really good on the map and you are really fast, you should be able to get a good run through in the top in 15 minutes. Like, time attack is chokeable, of course, but if you are, like, really good on the map, like, a really good player will not miss out on Div 1. IMO. Brand says, top 10 on Brazil. As always, just one small mistake in the match got me knocked out. Yeah, welcome to the format. Happy with how I played. Very disappointing result. Yeah, this is how I feel as well. One small mistake. Played good. Still knocked out. Weak excuses. Schade. In my opinion, if you are pracked and good, you make Div 1. Yeah, same. Like, also, the time attack is the most consistent part about this format by far. By far. Bing says, third on Brazil. Not much time this week because I moved, so I had to train smarter, and it paid off. Fourth overall, and I take back the ENC slot. Yeah, Bings played pretty well. I don't think Bings had like a single big crash or anything. Like, he just was consistent and got far because of that, so well deserved. Yeah, Massa got second. Definitely good for Massa. Definitely terrible for me. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything else. Yeah, here the snipe by Toda was crazy. He survived one round by 1,000.
But it's a very close round that is happening. Roadstar dropping down into that battle for last position. Tona still in there, half a second between first and last position. Yosh leading the way into the last.
Oh yeah. Okay, but that was also.
A bit to find a good drift entry, but it's still not out of this round.
Okay, but BB trolled.
This will be it, since he doesn't
Oh, BB had like a very bad end.
1,000 of a second.
That's unlucky. That's crazy that Tona survived this. Look at this, guys. Tona actually, that was actually really good. Like, he went too much over the sand, got a 2-wheel, and he stopped his steering. So we'll go back on 4 wheels. That was actually a pretty good save. Yeah, Carl Jr. wins the Elite Cup. I mean, honestly, Carl deserved win, as I said. Like, Carl really was pretty consistent. That's like the thing. Like, you either play like Carl, and you definitely get far because you make like 0 mistakes, or like 99% of the other players, you make like 1 or 2 mistakes here and there, and you just need to make them in the correct round, basically. But Carl really was like very consistent. The last turn has created so many unfortunate and lucky moments today. Yeah, you know what also created very amazing moments? The beach transition bug. What if this week? I don't know, this format is tough sometimes. Yeah, feel that. I mean, players are like very calm and very tame about it. But I can tell you, in reality, barely any players like this format. Like, for real. Tona did really sick. Like, Tona actually W. He played like really good. Like, Tona getting top 4, I would have never thought that. Like, he really played like good and got really far. Like, that's crazy. Tona definitely the biggest surprise kinda. This is a banger. Look at this, guys. Banger gift dropped. Mada as part of the Saudi gang. Much happier with how I played this week. No major mistakes. Felt comfortable. Had an avoidable slowdown at the bump after loop. More of a... Wait, what does FAFO means? Then unlucky. Hoping to continue to form into Greece next week. I mean, kinda true, yeah. Like, his mistake was avoidable as in he steered to the right. He had like... Ah, fuck around, find out, okay. Yeah, is it? Ah, you don't have it in the round. Yeah, the thing is, yeah, he could have survived. Like, he basically took more of a risk than you have to at this transition, kinda. So in that regard, kinda true. Yeah, I think that's kinda it. Best map, hands down. 3rd win incoming. Also, Mada bugging at the sand transition. Cinema, bro. That's kinda funny, to be honest. If I had a nickel for every time a big clan player had a bug in a final 1v1 against Carl. Yeah, true actually. True. What the fuck? True. True deluxe, bro. Why are the big players always bugging against Carl? Why does Carl always get the free wins? Holy shit, that's crazy. That is actually true. This is where I come to cry. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. But I would say, I mean, Massa, unlucky. He could have gotten 300 more points. But honestly, for Massa, it will not matter overall. I'm pretty sure Massa is basically safe to qualify. Like, the only bad thing could be if I overtake him in the ENC ranking in case I win one. But, yeah. I don't know. I would say, unlucky, of course. But, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's it. That is it. Because Carl is bigger. Yeah. Bigger plot armor. Nah, I mean, we analyzed the Massa mistake. Also the Massa bug. Like, Massa was kind of the same as with Carl. Like, they both got unlucky for getting it. Like, you can have that exact line and you can survive. But they basically took the sand line, which is just a bit more risky, kinda. So, yeah, I don't know. Top players are always biased for formats that are more consistent. Ask tier 2 players like Tona or Naiko, they definitely prefer KO as they even have a chance versus top players. I mean, that is very true and makes sense. But I think you notice yourself how that's like pretty yick. You know, we have the biggest competition ever and the best players should win it. I don't know. Like, if you're the best player, then you should win. If you're a tier 2 player, then you shouldn't have a chance at winning if you're just worse. I mean, not about Tona or Naiko now. They also had like really good knockouts, especially Tona today and Naiko on France, for example. But you know what I mean? Like, is it too much to ask for that the players that are the best are also having the best result in the end? I wouldn't say so. And there's always some randomness involved, you know? Like, cup mode with finalist mode can also be like random, kinda. But nothing is as bad as knockout there. Single life KO, to be fair. Aren't you the best if you don't crash? Yeah, of course. That's the thing. Like, you can be... Like, either you are the GOAT, like, let's say Carl Jr. today, and you have 0 crashes, and you just make it in the end. But you can also just win it by having, like, 3-4 bad rounds, and still survive them barely, and then you also win it in the end, you know? Like, you can either win... Like, either you're the GOAT, or you're just lucky, kinda. Or, like, have some luck involved, at least. I mean, no one is winning by being, like, very bad. I mean, you know what I mean, guys. I don't have to explain it. Yeah, what Brand says basically. It's not about not crashing, it's about crashing. I mean, ideally, you don't crash, obviously, like Carl did. Like Carl, as I said, deserved win today. Had like 0 crashes, at least I didn't notice any. So deserved win. But when you crash, you need to be lucky that you do it in the correct rounds. And as I said, like 99%, like no one had like 0 crashes today, I would say. Like even Carl probably had like 1 or 2 bad rounds. Maybe early on and it didn't matter, but you know what I mean. Like, yeah. And that's why everything in between is random. Some people lose like 0.5 in the start 10 times and they still survive it. Some people do it once and they get knocked out. I don't even know why I have to explain it, bro. It's like so logical. It's just so logical and it's just not fun for players, of course. It is what it is. Carl had like 1 bad start but survived it. Yeah. I mean, depends on when it was. Like, if it was very early on, you can also afford that to, no? You can afford to have like a crash. Or like a bad start. Like if I would have lost, if I would have had the start that I went out with in round 2, I would have also easily been in, like no problem. But later on, it's just like cruel. I wouldn't say that it's like bad. The top players are more biased for formats. Like top players who are the top in the game, they also want to have a format that allows them that when they play really good, that they also are ending up in the top. If you find that unfair, then yeah. I mean, as I said, like for stuff like Bonk Cup or whatever. Bro, I'm not asking for a competitive double elimination bracket in freaking Bonk Cup or whatever. Like that, it's yuck. But in the biggest tournament ever, I don't think it's too much to ask for a format that is just like fair. I don't know. What am I gonna do after the stream? Probably cry. Maybe I'm gonna do the Binks next week. I'm just gonna practice less because it doesn't matter either way. Like, I legit think, like, I practiced... I mean, how much did I... Let me actually see. Oh, wait. Let me actually restart my game because I don't have Open Planet. I'm gonna play Cup of the Day, yeah. I don't even know why. Low-key Bonk Cup format is better than this. Ah. I'm not sure about that. I ain't so sure about that. Imagine we just play 64-player Cup mode. That would be crazy, actually. Would that be more competitive? Honestly? Like, imagine we had Cup mode. Imagine we had the Cup mode from Dingsbums. Like, if we had the Cup mode from Ascension Grand Final. If we had Cup mode from Ascension Grand Final, where you know, where you keep collecting points after finalist, and whoever, like, when someone closes out finalist, then the match ends. I think that would produce more consistent results, actually. If it's just normal Cup mode, then it would be yuck. Because then it's just about finalists. Yeah, no, obviously that would be bad as well. But like, I don't know, man. I'm explaining it like every single week. We've been talking about this for years. We've been talking about this before it became the official esport format for whatever reason. Hard to make a great... Yeah, but Lars, what is... no, naja, not really. I mean, the most fair thing would, of course, be to just do... The most fair thing would just be... Yeah, I don't know, like, of course, double elimination brackets, I don't know, reverse cup mode or whatever with 64 players. Obviously, you cannot do that. But yeah. The format you just explained would be really goated. Which one? The Ascension thingy? But also if you really want knockout, like it's so I mean, I said it like 5 times. I feel like I'm repeating myself. I feel like I'm like a clock who's always saying the same thing at the same hour. But there is many examples from freaking community tournaments. Community tournaments. People that are hosting it for fun, that don't own the game and don't have infinite resources in the background. There's people that have been cooking like way better formats than this. Like just look at Mini RPG of the Week, the knockout there, if you guys know about it. Like it's like a danger zone knockout basically. Where you, when you are in the knockout area, you don't get knocked out, but you basically get put into the danger zone. And if you are in the danger zone, you basically need to, in the next round, like let's say we have 64 players, and the bottom 8 players at the beginning drop into the danger zone. So basically whoever gets 56th to 64th. Does that make sense? No, 57th to 64th. In round 1 gets put into the danger zone. And then the way that knockout works is that these 8 players in round 2 then have like an internal fight, and whoever gets top 4 out of those 8 players only, they survive the danger zone. But the bottom half of the danger zone is actually getting knocked out. So it's like a... Like, when you are once in red, you are basically having, like, a second chance in the next round, kinda. Would completely get rid of the bugs and issues and stuff. Because, you know, if you have one bug, it's very unlikely that you have one in the next round as well. I mean, if you do, then still unlucky, I guess. But you know what I mean. So that is, for example, an idea on how to make it better. Yeah, as I said, multi-life KO would be better as well. You can also spice it up with, I don't know... with having golden lives, like in the Red Bull faster. You can also spice it up with this new average round time rule that we have in the BYMC. Like the freaking... I'm hosting a cup which is called Big Yak Monthly Cup, and it's infinitely more competitive format-wise than what we have now. Like, that just says it all. That just says it all. So anyway. We're going in. What do we have here? What is... Oh god, it's the full... Oh my god, it's full speed. Ach, du Kacke. Okay. I am so ready. And Loops, thanks for the 6-month resub. Sounds awful. What? What sounds awful? Camera where? Very good question. Where's my camera? Yik. There it is. Start on plastic. Okay, it looks like an unusual FS map. Ah, we're going in. That's exactly what makes my day now, guys, to be honest. Like full speed now, that's great. Nothing I could have wished for more. Nice SD, bro. Yeah, actually without the Vista, it would look like a very old school FS map. So, I'm still waiting for the first speed slide that I'm getting. Hasn't happened yet. Oh. But what is... Okay, these baton thingies, they look kinda cool. That's kinda nice. Ach, okay. Okay. Ja, full speed. Well, the V-Stars definitely make it easier for people to get... No? To build cool scenery. And for cool scenery in the stadium, you actually have to do something. Here, you just place like some mountains and it looks pretty decent. And this is also like... Also, you guys know, I'm like... I absolutely do not care about scenery. Like, this is completely enough for me. Like this kind of scenery, I'm absolutely fine with. Is Mada playing the cup today? Would be good timing for him to play a cup of the day once. Sammy is playing. Wait, what place did you get, by the way, Elcom? Is that a SD? 5th, okay. I mean, 5th is honestly really not that bad. Like, if you do it multiple times at least. Of course, you always want more, but 5th is really fine overall, result-wise. I cannot get that SD, I don't know. Yeah, just need more of those. Like, if you get 5 of those, you're easily safe. I feel like I'm way too slow to get the proper SD lines here. Yeah. Beer playing, yeah. What is the line here? Like, what's the start? I guess like this, to be honest. But maybe I'm also completely wrong because I have no idea what I'm doing here. Why am I not getting an SD there, bro? I'm at 600 speed. Don't you get auto slides at 600 plus? Where's my auto slide, bro? Ay. Do I not auto slide because I have 99% steering? Cinema 98 or whatever. My name is Wheel. Oh my god, the start. Parvos win incoming, that would be crazy. Yeah, this is really hard for me, I don't know. Those are not the type of SDs that are easy to get for me, sadly. Ay. I feel like I'm getting the start SDs bad, and therefore I cannot get the next SDs good either. Like, I'm bad, but the worse I am, the worse I get. If that makes sense. I need to go earlier here, I think. I bugged! Of course I bugged. Or was I just too low? I don't know. Felt like a bug. I think I clipped the bottom. But I don't think this line actually pays off that I'm doing, is it? Feels very goofy. No one to call today? No, but also, there is no one, but I would have also not joined. I don't know. Not in the mood today. Not anymore. My week sadly got ruined. Bro. Hey, I'm not sliding. Okay, I need to go later there. I can tell you, if I get Div 2 guys, I'm definitely not gonna play. So you better pray for my Div 1 here, or the stream is ending in an absolute instant. But you have a free Kappa streak, Barbos. That's crazy. Oh yeah, unlucky with this one. Don't think it's gonna get 4. But 3 is good. Not many people have gotten that. Yeah, man, I'm just not SDing. I would love to, but I cannot. I think in this case, maybe just S4D here for me. Wow, 0.2 gain. Sadly still slow as fuck. Ah, a big player in first, guys. Put him up. What was that camera? Oh, that was under Slide of Doom, wasn't it? Never mind, plus 10. Aha, cinema. Holy speeders. I can definitely get a good run here. I just need to have like a good start. And then be able to carry the speed with good SD. That was not bad. 22. Not safe though. Possible to cut the last loop? Maybe. Actually, I'm very slow there. I'm at 500 speed only. I need to slide more. Having bad SD angle there. Today, after Cup of the Day, the Trackmania Awards nominee wheel happens. So Turbo, also Lakas Turbo, okay boy, and Marius89, okay boy, are gonna stream on the official Trackmania channel. I'm also gonna rate you over there. And yeah, they're gonna reveal the categories and the people that got nominated for the Dingsbums. Okay, honestly, I can easily get this one. Like, this was not good at all. My mid SDs were still shit. Okay, 11. Also point 11, 26. Might be safe, but I wouldn't put my money on it. I don't know if it's worth it for me to do an S4D there. Because my S4Ds are shit. Obviously. How much speed do I even have? 600. $600 is like a weird speed for me to SD on, because it's not like very low angle, but it's also not very high angle. It's like weirdly in between. It's like hard to hit for me. There's a full skill issue on that. Can't tell you that much. But yeah. Oh, this kind of SD could be really good. Why is this so much slower? But is my run not uploading? Because it's also not showing in the top left. But I am in the leaderboard. Would be weird, to be honest. And Junkie Toyn with the gift sub. Thank you. I do lose speed if I just do this. Yeah, if you're a beginner and you struggle with speed sliding, don't worry, it's like very hard to master. I can assure you that much. Wait, so that was bad, wasn't it? 40 seconds. Yeah, I have no clue what I'm doing, Icon. Gonna show you that as well. The SD entries here are way too weird for me to get them good. After S4D like every shitty turn. Welcome back, 6-Lappers Depression. 6-Lappers were better, to be honest. Like, I would say the pointless format is better than what we have now. Because if you play really good in 6-Lappers and you lose 0.6 at the start of one lap, you are most likely not in the bottom area if you are really fast other than that. Like, in my opinion, this is like, it's not the worst format we ever had in like the official comp. The worst one so far was IMO Spring 2021, Spring 2022 season with the medals, where we basically had cup mode, but only the winner of each round. Like, we basically had a Trackmania Grand League format, which was cup mode, but the point distribution was, it was 4-man matches. Point distribution was 4th player in a round, 0 points. 3rd player in a round, 0 points. 2nd player in a round, 0 points. And 1st player in the round, 1 point. And then you reached finalist at 3 points or 4. And then you basically won. So they made cup mode, but made it finalist mode only, kinda. I can tell you, that was really fun. Especially for young Granadi, who was like really good at saving, was like the best 6-lap player, kinda. And then I suddenly had to go fast in every single round to beat Carl Jr. That was cool. Bro, also this map I'm completely clueless. I have no idea what I'm doing. But somehow I'm just one. I don't care. Very cool that we have poles there, actually. But can I finish this? Yeah, I can. Six, 7. Zack, PB. Point 10. PF. So, let me check. Hi Nico, best of luck for the next Elite Cup. Practice hard, I'm rooting for you. You got this, bro. Yeah, I wish practice would help. Like, the first time that I'm practicing hard for a tournament is the time where practice is like the most useless ever, kinda. As I feel like I could have gotten better result by also just playing the map for 5 hours, kinda. Like, already on Tuesday I had a practice match, or I think it was on Tuesday or Wednesday. We had a practice match where I was doing like really, really good. Like 0 mistakes, kinda, and pretty good pace. And if I would have just done that, it could have helped. Since then I have improved a lot on the map, but like pace-wise, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna drive, I don't care. Yeah, it's worth in the long run. It's just like frustrating right now. Just annoying. I mean, it's not even I have trash results. I never go out early. Never I crash round 1 and then I'm out or something. Alright, let me actually... Like, if you take the average knockout positions, I'm probably still top 3 player, kind of. But doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if I get 19th. Who the fuck cares if you get 19th? Get 7th or your result was shit. As a top player, at least. Of course, not if you have different goals, but as a top player. Aiming for anything below... basically everything starting from 7th, good. 7th maybe also a bit yak. Kinda, but everything above, good. Everything below, you are useless. Which is fucking the looping. I think it's actually better if I do this here, maybe. Elcon, opinions? Clip your mana. Minus 27. Not too sure. Cool. I got a prestige skin. Genau. So 8th is the worst result? Yes. Like, basically, 9th place in a KO gets, like, I don't know, 96 points. 8th place gets 100 points. 7th place gets 200 points. That's the point distribution. So if you're 8th place, you are basically having the same points as 9th. But if you get 7th place, you have twice the points of 8th. Makes sense, right? So if you get 8th, you are just the best player that basically has a useless result. Like with that, you will not get good points kinda. But for example, last week I was very fortunate that I got top 7 and not top 8. Seventh, okay. I mean, 5 times 7th, you will also not qualify, to be fair, but it's like, okay, I would say. Ideally, you wanna survive like one more round, I guess. With 5 times 6th, you could qualify. Depending on how Birmingham goes. So yeah, with 5 times... Yeah, basically, yeah. But if you get 5 times 8th, which is like... which would be an insane... dingsbums, you know, an insane average overall. No one cares about you. So, in the result perspective. It's just useless. Like, you will have 500 points, congrats. Completely useless. I mean, not useless for ENC players, you know, that could qualify. As a German, as a French, as a Brit, completely useless. You can stay at home and cry yourself to sleep. I feel like my starts are not too bad, but... starting from here, I just have no freaking clue what I'm doing. I don't know how to go faster than this. IndyCar point system better, to be honest. I don't know what that is. Also, I know what IndyCar is, but I know the point system. And Flyfunner, thanks for the 40-month free sub. Did Lingo play Elite Cup today? Yeah, he went out round 1. I remember. He went out with Paco. He probably also practiced 10 hours or so and played 20 minutes. But, I don't know, I cannot SD there. No clue how that's supposed to work. How am I 31st with this, bro? In theory, this should give me a longer SD, no? Like, shouldn't that be better? Like, in theory, this should be PB. Whoa. But still, I cannot go faster. Paco has been punished the most of all by this format. Yep. Kinda. When is the next Elite Cup? The next depression phase is gonna start on Saturday. Or not, depends. But there is a 87.5% chance that you are going depressed out of Saturday. My next Saturday is the last one. Also the last one of the first 5 maps. 5 Kanadi maps incoming. Yeah, but doesn't matter. Unless it's like perfect map for me and I can fully 100% comfortably do good in every single round, it doesn't matter. USA last week was by far my worst map yet overall. And was my second best result. It just doesn't matter. But first of all, DreamHack Birmingham. Also first of all, next Elite Cup and then DreamHack Birmingham. Did I crash? I did. That's great. 0 speed into a full speed map. I am definitely out. Schade. I'm in. Do I like the next map? I haven't really played it much yet. We only played point maps so far. Yeah, but Lars, you also don't... I mean, you maybe get... Yeah, I mean, you understand it, Lars, how much we practice, but it's just frustrating, I don't know. Like, you play good and you just have a shit result. Like, that would never happen in any other comp, kinda. In any other comp, if I play good, I get a good result as well. Like, you just have 0 learning. I don't know. I feel like the exact same shit could happen next week, and I cannot really do anything about it, you know? It's not even like, yo, I have to play better. As yeah, of course I have to play better. I don't need to have... I need to have 39 clean starts instead of 38. Yeah, cool. Great learning. I don't know, I was so good on Brazil. It just doesn't matter. Okay, I see Axel. I mean, that wouldn't really go, but yeah. How do I drive this map? Yeah, I'm maxed at 0.7. I mean, I'm maxed at 0.0, but sadly people do 42 low. No clue. Don't ask me about full speed. It's just so, like, you know what makes me sad the most? That in theory this format is like really cool. That we have like the 5 campaign maps being the esport maps, also the 5 esport maps being in the campaign, and that we have like each week one match with like a different map. Like, it's good variety, always something to do for the players. In theory it's like such a cool idea. It really reminds me of, you know, back in the days where we had like one match just every weekend. Like Grand League type of vibe. Like, in theory really cool. But why does it have to be so yuck? And why is it once again so obvious that it's yuck? Like, you know, if they try out a format, it's experimental, and then it turns out to be bad, yeah, okay, schade, nice try. But like, why do something where every single pro player could have told you before, yo, that ain't it? That's gonna be Pepega? And we still do it. It's like the most important tournament ever. And then there's also just other things that are frustrating. Nice SD. Good angle. Yeah, of course it's the same format for everyone. And it sucks the same for everyone. That's why also everyone is doing the same tweets as of like, format is tough to play. Was my best map but it went out round 2 type of vibe. It's not about the players who maybe also have like 1 or 2 lucky rounds and survive or whatever. It's like, whatever. It was not about that I had a bad knockout today. I said the same the last weeks already. I don't mind having a bad result when I play bad. But I don't mind having bad results even though I play good. Oh, we got a SD. That's crazy. I mean, like, I feel like my SDs are good. Yeah, probably not. Oh god, poles. What is this line? Oh my god. I don't think that was particularly good. That's crazy. Almost fell to finish. It's only 1/4 of the qualifier and 1/2 of ENC. Yeah, that's true, of course. I mean, if it was the entire qualifier, that would be even worse. But still, like, why should 1/4 of the qualifier be Yik? I think it's like hard for you guys to understand the frustration. When you don't, like, you are not the ones that are practicing, like, you don't see how much players are practicing. Only to get thrown into 1 KO down and then see you next week. You have no idea. I already see that they have much more speed because they can get, like, very different SD lines. That's crazy. This is really like a full speed player type of map. Like, oh, that's crazy. Did you see that? Upsala. That man needs... Yeah. Okay, let me analyze. Is the waypoint pole reasonable or is it Yik? I mean, I'm pretty sure he might have had a chance to survive without the pole. Like, if he only slightly clipped the edge, he would have maybe gotten a 2-wheel, but could have still survived. But with a pole being there, he's of course full dead. Official esports format being Yek, that's a new one. Yeah, I don't know. There's just always something wrong with trackmania tournaments. I don't know. Like, there has been this one Twitter meme. I don't know if you guys saw that. Where there's like 3 different enabled or disabled kind of thingies. There's one for good maps, one for good format, one for good prize money, and for some reason we always only have 2. There's nothing where everything is just right, even though it's like really not that hard. Manskip truck barely surviving. Nah, Loops, he played 1 hour 20 minutes to be fair. Because they beat us. Chapti knows something that the rest doesn't. Watching. I mean, they do the same start kinda. Okay, way further outside of the SD here. Is that worth it though? Yeah, he has the most speed. Okay, that seems to be a good line. Yeah. Okay, my name is Chapti and I'm the GOAT. He just does a longer SD in this one part and... yeah. Look how much speed they have, that's crazy. Yeah, okay, he's 0.2 ahead. What the fuck is this run by Chapti? Look at this, he's just gone. Look at him. What time is this? Oh, 0.2. I don't know. 1 second faster than what I can do. Crazy. Multiplayers are a different breed. I'm gonna win 1 elite cut eventually and it will all be Gucci, brother. No matter the format, my GOAT always catches up. Maybe I will win 1, yeah. Maybe not. I don't know. Cannot tell. I'm pretty sure I will never have a knockout where I do 39 rounds in a row a winning time. Unless you do that, you cannot say for sure that you will win 1 or not. Yeah, I did 1.0, but that's it. I couldn't drive faster than that. It's just this line kinda, and she gains a lot with that. And then they also just have no issue to get the SDs. They just know when to steer kinda. "2027 is the year to redo more slots, everyone happy." Yeah, I mean, the slot amount is totally enough. Maybe slightly better regional balancing would help. Not even saying that regions should be completely deleted, but some reasonable balancing would be nice. Yeah, it's okay if you guys like the format. I can just tell you, as a player, you have a very different POV on it. Because for you guys, we're just playing once a week, and you know if it goes wrong, then yeah, okay, but there still is another 9 and only the best 5 counts. But for the players that put like many hours into the map, and then perhaps can play good, or literally just get unlucky because of a bug and get knocked out and the entire week was for nothing. Yeah, you have a different POV. I mean, there's a reason why pretty much every single player has like the same opinion about it. Some more negative, but I wouldn't say anyone is saying that this format is like perfectly great and competitive and nothing to improve or whatever. Wait, Marie has a Spezi skin, that's kinda goated. Down out. Where can we see the standings on qualifying? Or do I still have the link? No, I don't. So maybe someone can send it in the chat. Am I in windowed mode? No. I wasn't. Imagine how mappers feel when their map is shit after 60 hours. Yeah. Fair, to be honest. But that part on the link map is... I mean, the link map is, as I said, it's a really cool map. The only thing that is like terrible is the bug, obviously. And the bug is also only terrible in the context of knockout. In cup mode, I mean, if you die in one round, okay, yeah, unlucky of course, but at least not your entire match is over because of it. I mean, I showed my tweet earlier where I said, you know, that it's bad in the context of single life KO. Did I go out? No. But Massa went out because of the bug in the final. Mada went out. To be fair, Massa and Mada both took like a relatively risky line IMO. Like Massa was too far right and Mada steered to the right. Which you kinda don't wanna go do, but you can still also just survive it, like was still unlucky. And yeah, Scrappy literally just got full unlucky. Like he had the perfect line and just got a bug. And now good luck explaining to a Scrappy how the format is fine and everyone has the same chances and, you know, there's another 5 knockouts happening, 6 knockouts. I mean, of course true, but still. I think Mada said he knew about the bug and it's just line issue. Yeah, I mean it is. Like in his case it was line issue or more like input issue IMO. But I had cases where like we in our practice group, and we practiced with like 7 people in total. We had issues where we had like literally the same line as everyone else. We had recordings from Lars. And we were exactly having the same line and one person bugged and the other didn't. I mean, of course it is line issue in theory. But because, you know, the game is deterministic. Determination, I was about to say. Is deterministic. But if it's like, if we talk about differences in literally 1 nanopixel or whatever, yeah, good luck not hitting that once. Like, of course it's line issue here. Everything is line issue. Every bug is consistent in the game. There's in fact no real bugs in the game. Like where the same inputs produce different results or whatever. Not happening. So in that sense, every bug is like a line issue. But like it's not humanly avoidable every single time. Of course there were a lot of people that had 0 bugs in the rounds that they played. That's also nice. But then there were also just some people that accidentally hit the line because it's like very precise and either got punished for it or maybe also luckily survived it because they had it in a good round. Also in a round where the round was even worse. But Mada basically took too much risk there. Massa as well, kinda. So in that case, she's right, but it's not 100% avoidable. Like if you let him play this, I don't know, 1000 times, I can assure you that he will bug at least once. Or more often. There was a steering input you could do to avoid that bug if I understood Massa correct. Maybe. I can tell you today in our warm-up, we played some rounds warm-up today and Massa bugged like twice in 3 rounds. So yeah, there is of course a line that doesn't bug. But it doesn't really make sense in a human context, you know. So you can still bug. Where do you think Enix ranks as a Fusi player? I don't know. Did you play Trackmania games? Top 10 maybe? I don't know. I have no clue. Yeah, I mean the map could have also just gotten fixed. I don't know. Like, they could have literally smoothed out the entire beach transition or put something else and it would have not hurt the map. Even if it would have happened like 1 week before the match now only. Would have been a very reasonable and good fix, but no, didn't happen. Rather. And Chapti out. Rip Chapti. Wonder how hard would it be for Nadeo to fix these bugs? Fun story. I can tell you Lars tried around a little bit. And Lars found out that the beach blocks are positional. If you move the entire track by 1 block, the transition becomes perfectly smooth. I definitely didn't do that accidentally and practiced the wrong transition. So basically when you take the entire map as a block and move it by 1 block to the right or whatever, basically the entire beach transitions are changing, and in that case it perfectly smoothens out. So the fix would have taken roughly 30 seconds if you knew what to do. Wasn't done though. Well, I'm glad I at least didn't go out because of that. I just went out by skill issue. By 1 skill issue, and sadly in a round where others had everything good. Lars showed it at the end of the stream today. If anyone wants to check, it's super smooth if you did move it, yeah. Would have been a very, very easy fix. Massa could have maybe won. Mada could have maybe won because he would have survived. Scrappy could have maybe got top 8 because he would have survived. Could have changed a lot. And who knows, like maybe there were more incidences. There was literally 3 people that got the bug that streamed. And there were like, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 9 people that streamed with one at most. But I don't even want to know how many people actually got the bug and maybe also went out because of that. Yeah, I said 6, 7, whatever. Ah, and freaking Greece next week. Ach man. I would actually love to play more than 1 KO on each map. Like in both, like on France and on this map now, I would just love to replay the KO. I don't know. That would be cinema. To just have like a rerun on each map. To have like 2 match. I mean, we have 1 match every single week, which takes 1 hour. That's like not that much. Would have also had like 1 on Saturday and 1 on Sunday. You know, they could have made it in a way that you have like on the first play weekend you only play 1 KO, you play Greece. On weekend 2, Greece, you play China. On weekend 2 you play China and USA. Weekend 3 you play USA and Brazil. Weekend 4 you play Brazil and Greece. And then on the last weekend you only play Greece type of vibe. As an example. There's just so many like ways to get to reduce the randomness in the result. Would have been, I personally would have loved to play more. I mean, we are gonna play a lot more on the map still, but especially now. Do I also give 2 middle fingers to Link? Nah, I mean that part is bullshit, and Link also knows that. There's no need to throw the middle finger at him. Maybe I would have if I would have gone out because of it though. I would not have, but... I mean, that part is bullshit and Link just knows. And it was too late for a fix, apparently. I mean, Link literally said it on Twitter that it sucks. What can we do? What can he do? Like, it is possible that you play the map, like, a lot and also test it a lot and you don't have it a single time in, like, 100 test runs. Can happen easily. I also haven't had the bug in a while, actually. Maybe because I got better at accidentally not hitting the bug line. Oh, that's a really close race here. Oh, no. Oh, that's a good round, though. NX with a 38 winning, 39 by Lauritz. They both were 0.7 faster than my PB Cinema. Classic full speed. Classic full speed. Naja, good race, though. Honestly, good that it was full speed, because then I literally just played without caring. Wait, what was this website here again? elitecup.edward.ninja. Yeah, I've seen this website already. What is this here? Forecast EWC qualification. 76%, yeah. Wouldn't mind that. How does Mada only have 82? Okay, I'm not sure what this is based on. I don't think this is... How do I have only 6% less than someone who has twice the points? That's kind of crazy. Yeah, all of the Frenchies for ENCs, sadly, are getting Eject Deluxe. Rather. Yeah, I'm sorry that you guys don't qualify to ENC and maybe also EWC. You were sadly born in the wrong country. Unlucky. But what did you add? What did you say, Ninja? I forgot. I added linear and exponential alternative point distribution rankings on Elite Cup. How do I see that? Ah, average points. Aha, average points. Achso. Okay, I mean average points. Yeah, okay. Average points is just this divided by 4. That's kind of useless. Then we have alt points. Wait, what is this? This toggle controls both side-by-side comparison columns. Simple 64. Ah, if it was... Okay, so if it was 64... Ah, so if it was a... Okay, so if it was a linear point distribution, Carl Jr. would be in first. So Carl has the best average, actually. I would be second, Bren in third. Bings fourth, Wosile fifth. Where's sixth place? Massa? Oh, Massa in 6th. Mada only in 7th. Keith in 8th. But he's 16th, Cinema. So this is basically if the point distribution would be... Oh wait, I can sort by... Okay, yeah, yeah. So this was if the point distribution would be no cinema, no entertainment factor at all, just linear. Like literally consistent performances in this kind of format. This would be the result. Pretty interesting. That would be Carl, then me, Bren, Bings, Wosal, Massa, Heath, Mada, Josh, Jadon, Legu, Gwen, Elcon, Soldier, Scrappy. Paco would be way further up. Paco would be like, would be way further up if he didn't have the disconnect. So that's kind of unlucky. This is how it would look like with yeah, without cinema point distribution. It would be sleepers. I mean, that's why I said, like, I don't need this. Wait, huh? I don't need, wait, so stop. Ah, wait, yeah. Let me make it blue. So, this is basically the point distribution that we have. This would be technically the most fair one, kinda. Also, naja, if you see linear as fair. And this is the one that I would personally like to have. You know? Like, more like in the middle of those two, basically. We have, like, the one extreme. The other extreme would be boring. But this is, like, the perfect middle, kinda. So, yeah, I don't know. But pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. And yeah, there is definitely some crazy differences. So he, for example, had a lot of good results. Would be top... What's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Would be 7th, but he's only 16th. Josh and Jadon also in theory pretty good, but 19th and 20th. Mada, I mean, Mada had 2 wins, but also 2 bad knockouts now. The Mada would actually only be in 8th. I mean, yeah, overall, relatively relatively similar. But in the end, there will be some cases where it's not gonna be the same. That's the thing. That's crazy. Look at this. Naiko in 8th. Nyko's currently in 8th, but in this linear thing, he's like... Where's this? Like, top 25th or something? That's kind of crazy. And what is this here? Exponential points. What exactly is that about? Wasn't there... Ah, here. Fixed, smoother exponential distribution. So basically this is this here, more or less. Maybe a bit different, but... this is my line. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I mean, overall it is relatively similar, but not the exact same, that's for sure. Yeah. I mean, overall it would just be a bit more... I mean, it would just reward more consistent performances, and it wouldn't reward having like 1 or 2 wins that much, basically. Here. Okay, yeah. Yeah, this is what I would want. This is what I would want. Do we see... Yeah, wait, we see it here. So this is the point... Okay, guys. Log in. Log in and tell me that this makes sense. This is the point graph that we have. Wait, too much zoom. This is the point distribution that we have right now. Can you look at this and tell me that the point distribution makes sense? Can anyone look at this and tell me, yo, this is a reasonable point distribution? Like, log in. If you tell me that this looks reasonable to you, then holy fuck. This here, to be fair, would be boring. We can all agree to that. It would maybe be the most fair, as in, you know, it would be like consistent, but this would be boring. Like, let's agree to this. This would be boring. But what is wrong with this? I don't know. Like, this is really good, no? Like, this just looks more... I mean, just look at this graph. Like, this looks so goofy. What is this? Looks good to me. Same in F1? I don't know if it's the same as in F1. I mean, the biggest issue, Imo, is... can I... Oh, no, wait. Let me do this real quick. The biggest issue is Imo that... yeah. That this... Like, it would be a lot better already if it would be... like this here instead, if that makes sense. Like, this is still exponential AF. But it's just like this difference from like 8th to 9th is like so harsh. F1 is 25, 18, 15, 12, 10, 8, 6, 4, 2, 1. Yeah. But I mean, F1 is also 22 drivers. But only the half of it, or only 10 are getting points. I mean, F1 is a different thing. That's hard to compare, to be honest. But I don't know. If it was just like this, which is still like very, very top heavy, it would already be like a lot better. It would make it like less frustrating, because the unsmoothness just makes these positions here, like basically, wait. It makes these positions here, like you played really, really good, but you are having like 0 result, kinda. So it's like very yick, you know? Like these positions are just like the most XTD ones, kinda, if it makes sense. So yeah, I mean, this would be a lot better. Like, I don't know if we have KOs again next year. There is a relatively high chance that the format might be completely different next year. But yeah, I don't know. Also if they will ask for feedback, then I will definitely give that exact feedback. I can assure you that. Naja, anyway, enough yapping. You can like it, you can hate it. I don't hate it, to be honest. Like, the overall... Like, there's literally only one thing you have to fix, and the Elite Cups would be goated. Like, I really love it that we have one new map every single week, and that the maps are part of the campaign. Like, it's, like, so good. I really love that. But, yeah. It's just the point distribution in combination with the single life KO. That's the only thing that is, like, bad. Like, it always sounds like I completely hate this, but that's not even the case. Like, I really like the idea. It's just, like, one detail that you have to fix, and it would be goated. But this one wrong detail makes it, like, a very frustrating experience for players. And in my opinion, you can also fix it without making it boring for the players. I mean, many of you guys also said that, yeah, even though it's, of course, meant to be entertaining, and that it also is entertaining, that it's automatically less entertaining if you guys know that all of the players are having, like, a very hard time with this kind of. So, yeah. 2 details, single life KO and the point distribution. I mean, not even necessary. Like, the point distribution would be fine with a less random format, and the random format would be fine with a less random point distribution. It's just, like, both together that is, like, yek. Imo. Naja, whatever, guys. I don't care. The week was useless. I am useless. Hopefully I'm not gonna be useless next week. Maybe, maybe not. I'm gonna practice hard again. And hopefully I can log in and, yeah, avoid this one mistake. Or, of course, be lucky at making this one mistake in a round where it doesn't matter that much. But yeah, with that, guys, I'm gonna send you over to the official Trackmania channel now. Because on the official Trackmania channel, there is gonna be the nominee reveal for the upcoming Trackmania Awards. So basically, Lakas Turbo and Marius, the two OK boys, are taking over the official Trackmania channel, and they are gonna revealing the categories and also the nominees for the Trackmania Awards 2025. So basically, yeah, the best players, the best mappers, the best moments, everything. Like the highlights of 2025, basically, are gonna be presented there. And then, yeah, relatively soon, within the next 2 weeks, I will also do a stream where I will go through all of the reveals. And, yeah, then where I'm gonna do my votes. But if you guys wanna see the nominee reveal on the official show already, I'm gonna send you over there. So I know it was a lot of, like, I'm sorry for those that's, yeah, I'm sorry for being so tilted today. As I'm not even, like, tilted, I'm just, like, frustrated with this format. So I hope it wasn't, like, too disturbing to watch now. But yeah, I just had to rant about this. It helps me to get over the pain by ranting about it. If that makes sense. So I hope it wasn't too XCD. We're gonna be back next week, hopefully. Hopefully with a good result again. I mean, so far I had good result, good result, and now bad result again. So yeah, hopefully if we go in that order again, I will have a good result next week again. I wouldn't mind that. So I hope you guys enjoyed nonetheless. We will see each other actually not tomorrow, because tomorrow we have a double birthday being celebrated in my girlfriend's family. So I'm gonna be busy. Maybe I'm gonna do a small stream in the early afternoon or something. Or maybe also late in the evening, only for cup of the day. I don't know yet how I will have time. Depends on how long we are at the party. But yeah, you will see tomorrow. Other than that, I will be back on Monday. So I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. And see you guys on, yeah, either tomorrow or on Monday. Bye-bye. And enjoy the Trackmania Awards, guys. Bye-bye.